Yo, what's up guys, Universal Mastery. So in today's video, this is going to be like a whole nother segment. So as you know, I have certain segments that I do. So one of the segments is a talk with blank, insert deity here. And today is going to be a totally different segment that I'm going to do as well. And this one's going to be what a demon wants to tell you. Okay, so if you're listening, I have this app, right? And it's called the Goetia Guide. And I definitely I want to shout that app out. It's on the App Store. You can get it on your iPhone. It looks like that. And it's got the 72 Goetia demons in it. And there's a button that says feeling lucky. And you click it and it randomly computes a certain deity, a certain entity, a certain demon, I should say, a certain demon. And it's divination. It's like randomly computes it. So what I find is I've been able to use it for divination purposes, meaning that like if there's a specific demon that wants to share something with me or teach me something, I can literally click that feeling lucky button and it will pop up and it will be exactly what I need to hear in that moment, straight channeled through the app. So that's what I'm going to do with you guys today. Stay tuned. Alright, so this is how I'm going to start the segment. So what I want you to do is I'm going to do 3 numbers. Okay, so there's going to be 3 numbers. So out of 1, 2, and 3, I want you to pick one of those numbers. So whichever number resonates with you most, pick that now. Is it 1? Is it 2? Or is it 3? Okay, one of these numbers, pick it now, solidify that in your mind right now. Okay, you have it in your mind right now. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go on here, the Goetia Guide, and if you pick the number 1, then this is the demon that wants to share a message with you. And most likely, and I'm going to read the whole description of the demon and what its attributes and what it can do for you and what it's about. And I'm going to give you the whole rundown on it, the whole description and everything. And what I recommend is that you consider, working with it. This isn't just me sitting here in front of you guys like sharing this with you. You may find some really in-depth connection, like it's like really on point, and it may kind of blow your mind at first. Maybe it doesn't, maybe it doesn't resonate with you, maybe it's not for you, but most likely it's probably going to be something that's very on point and you feel like it's going to resonate with you. So I will give you the name and I will give you the N that you can use to like summon it or channel it, invocate it, which means bring it into your consciousness. That's what invocation means. Evocation is like outside of you, where you kind of like see it and you communicate with it outside of you, and invocation is in your consciousness. So I'm going to give you the N that you can use to invocate it, and I highly recommend, if it really resonates with you and you feel like it's something that just like literally just spoke to you, definitely consider looking the sigil up on Google on your own time and then channeling the N and working with it, because I'm sure it will teach you some very important, powerful things. But if you pick the number 1, this is going to be for you. Okay? Okay, that's funny, because this is one that I work with. So this is Murmur. Okay, so this is, if you pick the number 1, this is the demon that you just got. And his name is Murmur, spelled M-U-R-M-U-R. And I'm going to read the description to you. Murmur, or Murmus, pronounced as Murmus, is a spirit of the dead, necromancy, which is funny because I had literally just did a video like right before this about necromancy, 2 videos before this of necromancy, like in the same day. So it's funny that he's around right now. But this is, if you pick number 1, this is for you. who can help curb your impulsive behavior and control your emotions when issues arise that need solving. Mermus is associated with shades of the dead, so call upon him if there is a haunting you need cleared. Medium work, shade protection for your astral body, or if you want, he can send shades to haunt and torment your enemies. Mermus can also give visions of insight and prophecy. Interesting. I love that. So this is Murmur or Mermus. If you pick number 1, this is what you channeled. He is trying to speak to you directly. Okay? So you know who you are that's listening to this. So I'm going to tell you. It says the level is intermediate to advanced, so you can work with it if you're intermediate or advanced. The tarot card that associates with Murmur is 10 of Pentacles. The planet attribution is the sun. The metal that's attributed to it is gold. The element is fire. The color is green. The plant is parsley. Incense is sandalwood. Zodiac is Virgo. And the demonic N is Vifa Mena Murmur Ayur. Okay, so I'm going to say that again. Vifa Mena Murmur Ayur. Vifa Mena Murmur Ayur. Vifa Mena Murmur Ayur. I'm going to say it one more time. Vifa Mena Murmur Ayur. I'm literally seeing them run around. So that's pretty cool. And here's the sigil. Okay, so you're gonna want to see this, and if you really want to channel this, then you can go on Google and you can type in Google Images Murmur sigil, channel that, and work with him. He's got something to share with you. But here it is. If you can see it here, or you could just download this app and type his name in here. So if you pick number 1, that was meant for you. Okay, so now let's move on to number 2. Thank you, Murmur. If you pick number 2, this is going to be the demon that wants to speak to you. Oh, yo, this is Balam. So, funny story. Me and Balam go way back. He was the first spirit. He's a demonic king, and he was literally the first demon I've ever summoned. He was the first one that brought me into magic, because I had watched a video about E.A. Quetting on YouTube, and he did a seminar on the demonic kings, and he basically gave a list of like 9 demonic kings that would be great to start working with, and Balam was the one that I intuitively chose to work with, and I summoned Balam the day after, and I literally saw him appear in front of me, and he helped teach me some really powerful things. I've seen him literally manifest, like his energetic silhouette. And he taught me some very powerful things about manifestation. So I personally have a connection with Balam, and I'm glad that I just pulled this up because I haven't worked with him in a while. Balam led me to Lucifer, and then Lucifer led me to a couple other of my main patron spirits and patronesses. But Balam is an amazing spirit. I will vouch for that 110%. So let me read this off. So if you pick number 2, this is what you should work with. Let me read it. So Balam, pronounced as Baal-am or Baal-am, helps with the ability of being invisible in the astral realm. Let me stop there. This is very real. Like, I use that. I used his ability of being invisible. I remember I was going to school, and I was going to personal training school, and towards the very end, we would spend like 4 hours. We would do 4 hours doing lectures and then 4 hours doing working out. And towards the end of school, everyone got really lazy and they just weren't really working out. They was basically hanging out for the last 2 hours, just talking. And I didn't really want to hang out. I rather would just go home and like rest and sleep. So I used Balam when I first summoned him, and I told him to give me his ability of being invisible. And I remember I went to school the next day, and I left class, and I usually would never do that, but I left class like 2 hours early, and no one knew I left. Nobody saw me. No one knew I left. Like, not at all. No one said anything. So I can vouch for that 100%. So it helps with the ability of being invisible in the astral realm and to be unnoticed in physical. This is useful if you are trying to avoid someone or something, or if you are performing energy vampirism and do not wish to be detected. Balam can teach you how to talk your way out of a tricky situation. He can improve your mental abilities such as humor, wit, and memory. Balam is also a divination spirit and dream projectionist. Very true. He's very smart. He's got the wits. I've used that to talk my way out of certain things. I remember I had it's all coming back to me. I had my headphones on because, as I told you, the last 2 hours of class, it's like everyone was just hanging out and talking, and I just didn't want to. I would rather go home and just rest. I mean, it makes sense. We weren't working out. We weren't doing anything. And I remember I would put my headphones in because I would always try and listen to like audiobooks. I would always try and increase my knowledge, but there was a rule: you couldn't have your headphones in. And being a rebel, working with the adversary and just being a rebel by heart and spirit, I'm trying to slip my headphones in and listen to these audiobooks. And I remember my main teacher came past, and he noticed that I have my headphones in and we're not supposed to have it, and he's very strict. And he said something to me, and I just turned around and I told him something very witty and logical, I'm reading and I was honest. I was like, I'm reading an audiobook on spirituality and how to evolve your consciousness. And then I said it in such a way that he was just like, I'm not going to tell this kid he can't do that, because it's like, everyone else is sitting around pretty much bullshitting, just talking, and I'm literally trying to evolve myself. So Balam obviously was there in that moment and helped me get through that situation. So the wits are there, the humor. I'm looking back, Balam's a great spirit. So level is intermediate to advanced. Tarot is 7 of Wands. The planet is Mars and Mercury. The metal is copper. Element is air and fire. The color is yellow, and the plant is oak. The incense is frankincense. The zodiac is Leo. And the demonic N is Lirash, Tasa, Vifa, Welk, Balam. I'm going to say it again. Lirash, Tasa, Vifa, Welk, Balam. I'm going to say it again. Lirash, Tasa, Vifa, Welk, Balam. Lirash, Tasa, Vifa, Welk, Balam. I can see him. I can just see him starting to manifest. I love Balam. So once again, if you pick the number 2, then that's Balam. You would know from my personal experience, amazing. I highly recommend you work with him. He's great, great for beginners. Even, all the spirits you're going to get on here, if they're channeling the number that you picked and you're interested in this, I highly recommend you work with them, because they're all amazing. They're all powerful. I can't vouch for all of them because I haven't worked with all of them, but I guarantee you, if you've channeled it, it's what you need in your life, and it will help you learn certain powerful things. But this is his sigil. Once again, you can always go on Google Images, channel that, look it up, and make contact and see what he has to teach you. He's a great spirit. So thank you, Balam. The next one, number 3. Okay, we're going to number 3. Okay, so if you pick number 3, this is the demon that wants to talk to you. And let's take a look. Ooh, Decarabia. I don't think I've never worked with Decarabia before. I've never heard of Decarabia before. So I'm excited to read this. I'm excited to gain a little wisdom and gain a little knowledge of Decarabia. So if you pick number 3, then this is who you just channeled, and this is who wants to share knowledge with you. And I'm gonna click the description and read it right now. So Decarabia, pronounced De-Ka-Ra-Bi-A, is an earth realm spirit who knows all of the dark places of earth. Decarabia teaches all witchcraft of the earth, including stones, plants, and elements. Decarabia can show you the astral realm and lucid dreaming practices. Decarabia can show you visions of those who may be gossiping about you. Hide your true intentions in a situation by casting an illusion over someone's eyes and helping you with speaking in front of a large audience. I guarantee you I need to work with the spirit, and I guarantee you I probably already do work with the spirit. I just wasn't aware of it because I'm a speaker and I'm speaking in front of a lot of people right now, and I'm going to speak in front of large audiences in my future, and I have before. So that's amazing. I'm glad I picked this because I'm learning stuff right now. So the level is intermediate to advanced. The tarot is 7 of swords. The planet is the moon. The metal is silver. The element is water. The color is purple. The plant is lunaria. And then the incense is jasmine. The zodiac is Aquarius. And the demonic N is Hosta Nakra Decarabia Secor. So Hosta Nakra Decarabia Secor. Hosta Nakra Decarabia Secor. I'm going to say it one more time. Hosta Nakra Decarabia Secor. So this, if you pick number 3, this is who you need to work with right now, Decarabia. And I know by me reading this right now and going over these, I connected with Balam again and Murmur, and now, it's bringing me, benefit. This is offering me value because I didn't know about Decarabia, but when I read the description, it's like, I guarantee you Decarabia works very highly in my life. That's also why it came up. But, once again, if you pick number 3, then this is who you need to work with right now. Decarabia has some things to show you, and this is the sigil right here. So that's it. So this is the segment, a demon wants to talk with you, what a demon wants to tell you, and I'm ending right now. So make sure you go ahead and like and subscribe, hit the notification bell, and we're pretty much coming up to 47, so it's 4:06 if you can see the time right here. Thank you, Decarabia, but it's just hit 4:07. That's my number, 47. I see that number everywhere. It's my Instagram name as well. So that's pretty cool that just came up. But yeah, other than that, make sure you like and subscribe if you like this segment. If you like the direction this is going, I'm going to make this an ongoing thing. I'm going to do it like once a week. And then hit the notification bell because I'm trying to post every day, and I'm working my way up to posting 2 times a day. It will come with time. And then make sure you check out my merch because I have merch now. I just got a merch site set up through Streamlabs. So that's my platform. I have merch out that has literal ancient symbols on it so that when people look at it, it charges it with energy. And by wearing it, you're literally harnessing that energy that's being charged on it, and you can use it however you'd like to use it. So make sure you go check the merch out, and it looks cool. It's really cool merch. Like I'm gonna buy it and I'm gonna rock it, and I'm gonna show you guys. But it's some cool stuff, so make sure you go check that out. Other than that, feel free to engage me down in the comments and engage me on Instagram if you'd like, JER_477. Other than that, love you guys. Peace.